Well, let's get into it. Mr. McMahon presented the WWF Hardcore Championship to Mick Foley on the November 2nd, 1998 edition of Raw. Dog, when you heard about it, when it's presented, what did you think of adding this title to the WWF?
Well, look, I'll tell you this much. I love the fact that it happened. Excuse me. I get emotional when we talk about chair shots today. No, I'm very glad that it did because I loved it. I think there's room for it today. But my argument against it today would be, if you had that, then you have to have that on TV. Then you have to go hardcore. Then that's not special when you want to go there in a heated angle. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's on with all the other stuff, they can't be as hardcore. And
if it's normal, if it's normal to do all that, then when you get to Hell in the Cell and all that comes out or whatever is the end, the finishing product of a hot angle or a hot story that's been going on, it just normalizes the hardcore aspect or the dare I say violent aspect of those things, and it should warrant where you're at in a story should warrant. I'm going to hit you with something now. You know what I mean? It's not just every week. That's what we do. And so that would be my argument against having that hardcore title today.
Well, if you're like me and most people, I would imagine that are wrestling fans, when you think of hardcore, if not the first, one of the first names you think about is Mick Foley. So how special was it him to be presented with this title first?
Well, it's the obvious choice, right? It's almost like, it's a no-brainer to me. If you're going to give this title to somebody, it's somebody who has deserved it, who has put their body through hell for the viewer, but for himself too. Let's not get that twisted. And so he was the guy to give it to. He was the king, who had the head onto which you put that crown. And so that's why he was crowned king of hardcore with that new hardcore title. And now he started making that pizza roll money, dog.
By the way, shout out, part of the ad-free shows family as well. Foley's Pod is a great podcast here on the team.
Because he's a great storyteller. And that's why he is what he is and is who he is because he's a great storyteller. And sometimes in the story, the good guy's got to fall off a building, and he doesn't mind being that guy. You know what I mean? And that's Mick in a nutshell.